The early part of my childhood, when my parents were in school, we were very poor. My parents were students living off of student loans and grants. We had no money. And then my dad became a doctor when I was 12 or 13, and things changed. We were not rich, but things got very comfortable. And what was really important is that the frugality that my parents had to have when they were poor stuck with them, even after they started making a little bit of money. I mean, we grew up in a very modest house. It was a nice house, and we took some decent family vacations, but we always lived well below our means, way below our means. Particularly when I was probably 16, 17, and I could learn how much does a doctor make? You can go look it up and figure it out. And then it was I definitely looked down on my parents at that age, because I was I know you can afford a better car. I know you can buy me better Christmas presents. I know we can afford a bigger house, and you're not doing it because you're mean. I think that was my view. And then it really clicked about 10 years ago. This is not that long ago. So my dad is an ER doctor, which is one of the most stressful jobs that you can imagine. It's literally people dying in your arms every day. And he did this for 20 years. And after 20 years of doing this, night shifts, children dying in your arms literally every week, he said he had enough. It was a lot. He put in his dues. He did it for 20 years, and he said, I'm done. I'm going to retire. And the reason he could do that is because he had saved up so much money. He was living well below his means. They had a very high savings rate. The moment he woke up and said, I want to be done, he was done. And that was it. And if you contrast that with so many other people, including some of his colleagues, who were also burnt out at age 60, who were also burnt out by having people die in their arms for 20 years. They wanted to retire and they couldn't, because they had the bigger house, because they had the nicer car that I thought that we should have had when we were growing up. And when they quit and moved on to their next phase of life, they got so much happier. And so it was this was 10 years ago. I was in my late 20s at this point. I was now I get it. He was frugal, he saved a lot, and that made him independent. And the independence made him happier than any car would have done, made him happier than any big house would have done. So it's I think that is one of the keys to happiness. Happiness is the most complicated topic you can imagine, but one of the big puzzle pieces is independence.